Almost 1 billion Bitcoin was pulled off of exchanges. What does that mean for you? That article, we're going to go over a Tether article, SEC back in the news. I think it's a daily thing, as well as NFT news. Guys, welcome to OG Crypto and NFTs. My name is Troy, and every day we go over digital assets, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, as well as NFTs. Before we jump into it, let's grow this channel. Hit that subscribe button, boom, boom. And if you like the content, absolutely hit that like button, boom. Let's get this taken care of and out of the way before we get right into these articles. All right, CNBC, Bitcoin fails to rally with stocks as 940 million of crypto is pulled from exchange favored by institutions. Now, this is a very interesting article. There's two different things that are going on here. Number one, when stocks were plummeting last week, and there was a lot going on in the stock market, Bitcoin was holding its own. We knew that the numbers came in really bad for the CPI, a lot worse than was expected, but Bitcoin kind of held. So a lot of people out there thought it was decoupling, but as good decoupling it was last week, it's bad decoupling this week. The stock market's gone up, 500 points yesterday, 300 more points up today, but Bitcoin is just flailing. And this risk on asset is just a little bit too much, I think, right now for people. There's not a whole lot of money on the sidelines. It's more of a retail market. I think more institutions are enjoying or are cautious and now enjoying some of their pump that they had given up last week. They're taking back some of those losses in the stock market. And it's good to see, but of course, with Ethereum and Bitcoin, we're just ranging in this small range. There will be a breakout. I think the breakout will happen sometime after the midterm elections. And I definitely, the people that I listen to, the economists I listen to, like Darius Dale, when I see him out there on his YouTube channel, as well as on Instagram and on Facebook, as well as Twitter, I watch Wifey. They're talking about some huge issues coming forward. We know that if CPI doesn't come down, the economy is still going to get wrecked by the Fed over and over. Next article. Tether, world's biggest stablecoin, cuts its commercial paper holdings to zero. Now, we know that there's a lot of stablecoin regulation out there. I know Mr. O'Leary, from Shark Tank, let's call him Mr. Wonderful. He likes to call himself, as in season 1. What has happened here is that Tether is getting a lot of FUD because they are not sure, or a lot of people are not sure what they're holding in collateral against their $1 stablecoin. Now, if we get regulation coming in, it looks like we're going to be auditing, USDC and all these stablecoins that are backed by the dollars or are based on the $1 bill. They're going to have to be audited every 30 days in accounting, and they're going to have to hold the majority, if not all their money, in greenbacks and not in speculative assets. This will eliminate big falls and big issues like, Celsius or Three Arrows Capital or Voyager, because now you have one-to-one assets. If there's a run on it, you're just running $1 bills. You're not running off of a riskier asset. Next article. This keeps coming up. It's just the abusive powers of the SEC. If he can't be in the spotlight, then Gary Gensler has no other way to do it. Yuga Labs, a $5 billion company behind Bored Ape Yacht Club, is under SEC investigation for sellable, untradeable tokens. Now, first of all, if you read the article, one of the founders says, "Hey, we made a 10,000 ape collection, Bored Ape collection, and they're all 10,000 are unique, meaning they're one of a kind. No two are the same. So that shouldn't be a security." Number two, we gave away these ape coins for free. I know they gave them for free. I have a mutant. I got free ape coins. So whatever happens on the secondary market is what happens on the secondary market. It's not controllable by what is happening with Yuga Labs right now. As of this moment, I don't think Yuga Labs have ever sold any ApeCoin. They've only went out and gave ApeCoin out. They've also, at this point, have given out land plots called the Other Side. So anyone that owns a Bored Ape or a mutant ape have gotten free things, free valuables from, the Yuga Labs. And so the SEC, I think, is just now going after anything that sparkles, and the sparkly, shiny objects in the NFT world are the Bored Ape Yacht Club. It is the premium, with the CryptoPunks, is the premium blue chip communities out there. All right, next article. And I'm going to bring our producer, Emmy, in on this. How you doing, Emmy?
I am good. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, we haven't really had a little collaboration here on NFTs the last couple of days.
Yeah,
because NFTs have not really been out there. It's been a lot of Coinye news.
A lot of Coinye.
Right. Anti-Semitic Twitter, a tweet he put out. No one can actually find. I haven't been able to find it.
I don't know if I've seen it.
I haven't seen it either. According to, was it JP Morgan or Chase Bank?
Yes.
So, let's be honest. What is a bank doing to now be like your mother or father?
I don't know. I guess it's just the climate that we're living in now. People have to pivot in a different way. But regarding this story, if you put it together with what we reported on yesterday. On this yesterday?
Yes.
No.
Did we?
No, I don't think we did. Okay. Just because it was kind of a like
a little out there, controversial.
It was
kind of the difference between not being blockchain or crypto to being the real world issue he had.
Yeah, and basically the reason that I think this piece of news is very interesting is yesterday he was wearing a Satoshi hat, right?
Satoshi Nakamoto.
And then today we get the news that an unknown founder launched the rapper-faced Kanye West Ethereum coin Pokemon. So this is really interesting. They're calling it Coinye, and it says due to legal pressure we will be launching. I am not exactly sure what this is yet, but when you line up all these events together, it's very interesting.
So it's called the YZY coin, by the way. That's
there we go.
And so
it says people who like the YZY coin are happy because Kanye was wearing the Satoshi hat, but this is a very much developing story. I don't feel like we know too much about it at the moment.
So why do you think he's wearing a Satoshi Nakamoto hat?
Maybe he just likes attention. Maybe he's making moves. I don't know.
Okay, so let's go back it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have you have the largest bank, or one of the largest banks in the United States. He claimed on a video he had $170 million in it. Mm-hmm. They froze his account. Now he's pulling the money out of the account. So where can you go to tell the banking system to go F themselves?
DeFi crypto. Definitely go that way.
So he wears a Satoshi hat and says, I'll just dump it in USDC. Who cares? Guess what? Now you can't make money off me. Yeah. That's what I took, the dot connected. He said, I'll put it in crypto. And we know that Jamie Dimon 2 weeks ago was in front of Congress, and he said that, that crypto was a scam. Well, a scam and a sham, because it didn't have any utility. And then Kevin O'Leary comes back out a week later and says, well, he said it because he knows that if money gets traveled through crypto, such as Ripple or XLM or Stellar or whatever, that they'll be cutting the banks out and they'll be losing money, especially on cross-border payments and on fees.
Yes.
And too bad. So I think that I know I've just gone way offline, but I think you connect the dot right back to Kanye, who's smart enough to say, I know the narrative to F Jamie Dimon and Morgan Stanley, but more in a bigger picture, Wells Fargo and everybody else, because now people need to see that blockchain is as safe, if not safer, if you hold your own crypto and you have your own keys, right?
Yes,
you don't leave it on exchanges, right? And you can absolutely take the banking system and make sure they're not making money off you. Because we all know that ultimately, what does the banking system do?
They're for profit.
Right, they're for profit. So they fee you to death,
yeah.
Right? Especially if you were to do wires or do cross-border payments.
Use their services.
Actually use their services, right?
Other than just store your money so they can leverage it in other ways.
Right. So it's kind of interesting because right before this happened, Jamie Dimon came out and said, guess what, guys? We have $1.2 trillion, in cash. And you're like, okay, that was a brag moment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big brag moment.
Weird flex, bro.
Weird flex. This is the issues that we're having. He sees blockchain changing everything. and so does Kanye.
I think the way that Kim Kardashian has been dabbling in law and making headlines with it, he wants to dabble in crypto. I think that's a part of his driving force.
There could be a lot of agendas here.
It's huge speculation, guys. Huge speculation to his personal interest.
Here's our conspiracy theory, and it's getting this long, right? It's reaching out, and, you know. So I mean, but you think about it. Kanye's going to be thinking 1 or 2 steps, you know, in front of the majority of people, because he has time to think about it, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he doesn't have a job,
money and resources to think about it.
He's not slinging crack.
He's not doing
crack rock.
He's not 50 Cent. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He's not. Yeah. So he's not doing all that.
Okay.
First of all, we can't have this much fun.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna watch us.
No fun allowed at work or crypto.
All right. So let's okay. So, you know, Duncan Cook Foster, co-founder of NFT auction platform Nitty Gateway. Yeah. And so what does he say here? Buying this token is a risk because it's new and people who made it are unknown.
I mean, he said all facts.
All right. But what the hell? I mean, it's Kanye.
Yeah. It's Coinye.
It's Coinye. Coinye.
I'm dead.
I got a picture of Coinye.
With the little, oh my god, it's the fish sticks joke. That's why he's shaped like a fish. I'm dead. Okay. If you watch South Park, that's very funny for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a South Park character right there.
Yeah, so there was a joke about him on South Park about fish sticks, but he took it as sticks, and I think that's why he shaped.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's great. This is a great cultural moment. But let's move on to a story that we do have facts on.
Snoop! Snoop channels Larry David for incredible Astro project collaboration. Okay. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so when you first read this headline, you're like, what is he talking about? I assumed this as like astral projection. No, Astro Project, which is a community that he is working with to create this product, or to create this video project thing. So this is a parody off of Larry David's Curb Your Enthusiasm, but he's calling it Rip Your Enthusiasm.
Oh my god,
that's his branding, whatever, right? So this is actually really interesting because it has to do with the Astro Project's new donut NFT collection that's going to be coming out. And basically there's going to be a bunch of donut-shaped digital keys that grant access to a whole world of exclusive content, with holders unlocking 3D models and character animations from the video, as well as a masterclass in scene building using formidable Unreal Engine framework. So basically they took this like almost AI made version of Larry David and they had Snoop be the voice of it.
Wow.
So I queued up some of the video here for everyone just so they can kind of see what's going on.
Oh my god.
Right? So it's really silly. It's really silly.
So that's a cross between Snoop and oh my god.
Yes. Yeah. When you actually understand what the project's about, it's really funny. So I think what Snoop Dogg is doing in Web3 is very interesting.
Oh yeah.
This is, I don't know how many projects we've covered him doing now.
You know, his claim to fame at first was he was one of the first celebrities to buy a Bored Ape.
Oh.
So he started buying a Bored Ape. And then he started buying I think he has multiple Bored Apes, I know that. Then he went to Mutants. Then he started buying other major projects. Then he hooked up with Gala Games.
Yes, I remember that.
And now he's kind of running their music side. So he has Gala Music, and he's been putting artists that he knows, and other artists as well.
Like the Eminem Bored Ape thing we covered.
Right, there it is. Yeah. Right, that's collaboration, right? And now he's just, he's just like this, you know, it says right there, legendary pot smoker, but he's a genius at marketing himself to the hill, and he's cutting edge.
What I think is so interesting is that he can take the branding he's made for himself and apply it to anything.
Right.
Any product, any project, anything, he can apply it.
Right.
Very cool.
Right. If I rewind back 5 years, you know, for Snoop Dogg, for at least mainstream me, right? He just kind of faded off, right? And you didn't hear a lot. You know, I heard his son was trying out for USC football. You know, he was a big USC football fan. But that was about it. He's on the sidelines once in a while. And if I wasn't into USC football, I wouldn't even know, right? And he's in the Raiders as well. But, you know, all of a sudden when he got into crypto, he kind of led that charge, right? With the celebrity, you know. I mean, he came up, and when it wasn't cool to own an NFT or a Bored Ape, he bought them cheap, and then he saw that the opportunity was there to make money on it, then he bought a bunch, and he got the ball rolling.
Yeah, I think Snoop Dogg's very interesting, not only for his branding, but for the longevity of the career he's been able to produce. Obviously, when things started fading for him in Hollywood, he created new opportunities through crypto and NFTs and Web3, and I just think Snoop Dogg's really cool.
He is really cool. He's really cool. He's brought a lot of adoption. A lot of people know about blockchain and crypto because of him. So
yeah, very cool.
Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. We would appreciate it if you hit that like button again. And if you have any comments, please leave them below. Please keep the comments down to Emmy is cool and Troy is a bozo. All right? We're going to cut those ones out.
Bye.